Alright, it is Grugdug Plays Games, back with another episode of Minecraft Feed the Beast with the Monster Pack and an Echo playthrough where we are trying to have a well, I don't know about low emission, but maybe low emission, probably low emission. I don't know that there are emissions on here. Regardless, we're trying to have a low carbon footprint playthrough. Or at least we're sort of trying. Last episode, we ended with the lumber axe and going and getting a bunch of wood. I've continued to do that. You can see I have a bunch of my inventory. It's awesome. I like it. Been waiting for a while to get that now. Just because we're living in the rainbow forest. And that makes it so much easier to get the wood because of the way the trees grow. Alright, now we're going to try and sort of deal with our storage issues because we're running a bit low, and then I think we're going to try and get into a bit of the magical crops. Now that I have a couple more stacks of those, I can make another magical crop or something. Still waiting on that redstone to grow. Just waiting. And you know what I don't know is, now I've thought of it, I just want to try it. Does bone meal work on them? And if it does, light gray dye. It doesn't look like I've gotten bone meal from the trees. I wonder if I could totally do that though. Could I make a tree sapling with bone meal and then... Bone meal appears to not work with those. Does it work with these? It does work with those. Does it work with these? Yes. So Magical Crops has not added bone meal as a way to make it grow quicker. So probably going to have to do some Thaumcraft Lamp of Growth to get that thing to move, which I'm going to do. But meanwhile, we need to work a little bit on our storage. So what we're going to do is this. So it's a ring of alternating boxes and sticks. Gets us a storage crate. Let's get 32 of those and another 32 of them. Alright, so that is totally not what I wanted to grab. So here's how these work. Let's say I put down 1, and then I look inside the inventory, and there it is. So let's see, let's say I throw some sticks in there. I can see it, it sticks. If I throw down another one, those two are now connected. When I open it, I still only see that inventory. Let me grab all of these dies. And then let me go ahead and get rid of that. Okay. So let's start putting the dies in this one. Probably take the sticks out. Die, die, die. Okay. I can't put in any more dies. And you'll notice there are no ink sacs in there. So I put down a second one. It still looks full, but now I can put in the others, right? So now I have this whole extra thing. Huh, they did not connect. I was pretty sure they were supposed to connect. And create a much larger storage. That's interesting that they did not connect. And they're like little individual chests. Huh. Yeah, and then that's supposed to show the meter of all of them, but then I can't actually access all of them individually. That's different. Huh. That is not the way that I thought that worked. For all intents and purposes of everything that I've ever read, that's actually much less useful. What I had read was, I had thought they were all supposed to connect, and then they share a big inventory, and you see a random part of that inventory every time you open it. Oh, I am. Look. Yeah, okay. So every time I open it, this is different. But the stuff that is already Or is this just reorganizing this? Yeah, it's every time it puts this stuff in a different order. But it's always only the stuff that was put in that one. They don't share across. Huh, that's much less cool. I thought they sort of joined in, like, the textures. Wait, oh, that's what happened. Okay, you gotta shift click onto them, and then the little bar goes away. And now if I do this, and I add in, and it's every time I get weird. Yeah, and like, so, okay, the ink sack's over there. Yeah, okay, and I think I can even do this. Yeah, you just gotta shift click. And so now, even though I'm looking up here, everyone, yeah. Okay, so that, like, can be my die. This, you know, I probably don't even need that much. What it does, you can't see it because of the unfortunate position. Let's see if I can move this. More options. New sound. Can I move? Doesn't look like I can. Move everything. Move all items the same type. Move one item. Move to hotbar. Empty slot. Drop. Craft all to inventory. Craft inventory. Select sorting configs. Nope. Cannot slide this thing around. That would be nice if I could move this over. But this little bar back here that we can't really see shows the overall inventory of all of the crates put together. And then the green bar is how full they are. Because as I add more crates, it's only ever going to display this many slots. And as I add more and more and more and more crates and I increase the storage capacity of this pile, it will still only show this, but will just give me a random selection of everything that's contained in there. So that's pretty cool. From this, I'm going to go ahead and just throw my trees in there. So I'm going to continue to do this, and then I will return. So you don't need to see all that. Alright, so now you can see my little redstone magic crops are done because they have grown and there's a little piece of redstone on the top. So we're going to go ahead and break those. And we get some more seeds. And we get some redstone essence. So what we're going to do is go ahead and replant the seeds. Once we get 8 essence, then we'll get some redstone out of it. You can also probably see that I'm restructuring my plants a little bit here. As these are growing, I am moving them to another location, and I've created a couple more plant areas. Right now I'm just utilizing this big water area so I don't have to worry about irrigation really. And mostly I'm doing that because as the plants grow, these magical crops, you're supposed to be getting essence. Let's see, I want chili pepper. Is it 1L? Yep, 1L. No, that is definitely not what I wanted. Chili pepper. So, nature essence is supposed to come when you harvest natural crops. I haven't gotten any yet, which is weird to me. But I'm hoping to be able to get some. You can see, like, you can't... Oh, wait, you know what? Actually, like, if I left click, it doesn't do anything, but it makes a bunch of stuff. But if you surround it, you get this food, which restores 4 hunger and gives you a little bit of health regeneration. So that would be nice. That's what all the magical crops foods, you just put them in a ring and put nature essence in the middle. And I'm not getting nature essence, so I'm not exactly certain. I switched out the barley that I was using over here for seeds, thinking maybe the vanilla Minecraft stuff would work. It's also possible maybe it's a rare drop from magical crop plants, and I've cut down a number of those, but not a ton, so maybe I'll get some from that. I don't really know. But the goal is I'm just going to have sort of little plant beds for each different type of plant, just so I can keep it a little more segmented, a little more under control, sort of know what's going on. Like, I don't really need to keep planting more raspberry. I think, what is that, 12 at a time is probably going to be enough. So we'll let that go. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do is to come in here. First, let me clear my inventory. Put that, and this, and this, and that, and this. That's dye. Oh, that's right. I chopped down a tree. Tree goes in there. Dye goes in there. And then we're going to come over here. And I've got my strong essence. I don't have... Did I forget that? I did forget that. I don't think it works with this. But let's try it. I do have 4 strong essence. And I'm going to throw a barley seed in there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that and see that it doesn't work. And then just have to put the barley seed back. And let me go run out here. You need a normal seed. But I thought, oh, maybe it'll work with barley. But it doesn't. That's the only problem. Like, magical crops is not... Oh, and I had a creeper visit me here and blow all this up, so I had to fix that. Which is always fun. No. Yeah, I'm going to have to make... I'm sort of going to be in the process of turning this little area into joining with the rest of this. Probably this episode. I'm sure. Here we go. There we go. Come on. Give me your seeds. Alright. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then let me keep 1, because I need to grow some gold. Alright. Essence, 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 essence. Gold, 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 gold. And a seed. It gives me 2 gold seeds. Awesome. And that is going to go plant right here. Gold and gold. So we've got some redstone growing. We've got some gold growing. As I continue to mine and get more of that stuff, I'm going to continue to make some of that to try and grow that. Now, I believe when you harvest this stuff, you're supposed to get 1 to 2 seeds, so it's possible that instead of getting 1 from each, I will start to accumulate more. It's possible. We'll see. Hopefully, that will happen. The redstone, let's go ahead and just stick that there. For now, this has stopped because it baked all of the bread. This is still going... And let me get some additional clay baking up. Because I also think maybe I should start looking into a little bit of the agriculture mod. It looks kind of interesting, the whole cooking deal. So maybe we'll try some of that at some point here in the near future. Or near-ish future. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Meanwhile, back here in the smeltery, looks like we're through another one. I've got some gold and some iron and some tin and some copper that I've run through. I'm just sort of feeding extra stuff in there. Let's go ahead and do this. Just take all of this. Oh, what do we think? Do we need some more copper maybe? Yeah, we could do some more. Or you know what? Let's do some lead. Just, I want, sort of a variety of things so that if I'm going to start building some other items here in the somewhat near future again, that I'll have that available to me. So that's... Oh, because there's 2 full stacks, that's right. Oh, that looks nice. What is this? Lead ore? Huh. The lead blocks look cool. I like that blue, brick, and it's kind of checkerboarded. I like that. I'll have to try and get just a ridiculous amount of lead so that I can use some of that as a decorative block. Maybe. Or maybe I'll just cut it up and use... Oh, no, the micro blocks take up a lot of FPS. Alright, so the crate system is working as well. What else? Yeah, everything seems to sort of be chugging along. Like I said, what I'm going to do is I think I would like to start getting a little bit into the rootery amounts of maybe some power up to get a sawmill and maybe something else. And I think all that stuff's going to come down here. So I think what I'm going to do is get a hammer maybe, make this place a little more secure, knock it out, and make it a little bit more of a usable space for me, and then we'll see. So let me get the materials for a hammer together, and then I will craft that, and we'll see what happens. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I was going to do maybe like a tool and then throw some upgrades on it, so I was going to use some paper. But then I thought, I'm going to be making a stone hammer with not a whole lot of other things. Maybe I should wait until there's one that's a little bit better, and then do that. So yeah, that might be what we do. Maybe. Let me think here. I might go ahead and just throw an iron to... Nope. I don't want to wait for all that to drain out. So we're just going to go ahead and make this thing out of stone. Later, we can make another one out of something else, should we so desire. Tough tool rod. And finally, we need a hammerhead. Alright. And then let me throw that in there, and this goes there. And then we come over here to our tool forge, and we say that doesn't need to be there. And stone, and that, and we get a stone hammer. And then we can throw that back in there. No, we can throw it right there. Okay, let me throw some paper in there. Now that we have this, if you don't know what a stone hammer is, I will fill you in. It's pretty cool. That is a skeleton that is not dying. Die. And I just broke my thing and stuff, and just, man... Stupid skeleton. Ah! No, you don't... Oh, God bless it, spider. Son of a bitch. Alright, let's go back out here and try and... Hey, that plant didn't break. And I can't actually even till that. Weird. I guess you can just plant those on straight dirt. That's interesting. What was I doing? Okay. This and there. I absolutely do not have enough resources to make a magnum torch. Nor do I have enough to make a chandelier, so none of that kind of stuff is happening, that's for sure. Let's see. This is already done. This whole manual plant thing is not what I enjoy, but it's where we are right now. Hopefully at some point I'll be able to automate this process. We're just not quite there yet. So... Okay, that looks good. None of that stuff's ready yet. Looks like some of our... Right now, this is my best source for string. Because I don't have a pulverizer to pulverize the wool. But isn't there a, oh, what is it called? It's like a wool gin, I think? Yeah. And that is a bunch of sticks and an iron coil, which is an iron ingot and a draw plate. A block of diamond. Wow. Okay. Things that we're not going to be making anytime soon. That. Alright, let's throw this stuff in here. And this too. That looks good. Alright. Now we'll go do that. Interrupted by a skeleton and a spider. Now we are back off to see what we can see in here. Alright, so we're going to come down here and... Oh. I am going to need to get some more torches. Let's see. Let's throw a torch right there. Alright, so the hammer is basically going to mine a 3x3 section. So, for instance, if I want to expand this out, it's going to knock some of my torches away, but there we go. Boom, a little bit of server lag there. But you can see that it basically, that's what it does. It mines out 3x3 sections. Man. Not a big fan of this lag, but it is what it is. So you can see that it lets you sort of clear stuff out quite a bit quicker than you normally would. So I'm going to make this little area a little more livable and a little more usable, some space, maybe connect it over to my smeltery building, um, and then we'll probably have probably start with a little bit of rudimentary um, thermal expansion stuff in here. Uh, Probably a steam dynamo to power a sawmill, and then the sawmill will produce planks from the wood, uh, just to sort of keep that going. So that's where we'll be. Once we have that up and running, we can sort of expand from there. But alright, I'll be back when I've got this a little more cleared out. Alright, so I've got my second smeltery starting up here, and I wanted to sort of make some things for it. Let's go with, first I'm going to make a hopper, then I'm going to make an iron chest, and I'm going to make an iron chest upgrade, wood to iron chest upgrade. And then I'm going to put this back in there. Okay, so we can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 3, 18 in a single chest. If I upgrade this to an iron chest, you can see it changes to iron. And now we've got 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so the size of a double chest. Importantly, I can have that iron chest there, and that iron chest there, and they don't connect. So in case you aren't familiar with iron chests, now you are. And then, let's go ahead and do that. Is that connecting? It sort of appears to be. Let's just make sure that I didn't misclick that. Okay, yeah, I got it. Alright, so that will now drain to there. Basically what I'm going to do is this, I think I'm going to use as like a bulk processing deal, where I can just take like a stack of copper, throw it in here, and it'll just go ahead and do that. And then this one is going to be, if that's doing a bulk, I can throw a couple pieces of whatever in there. Or if I need to make alloys, I can take the individual ingots and throw them in there and get my alloy ingots out. That's sort of what that's going to be. Yeah. I don't have any more of those. So, anyway, I wanted to do that on screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put another redstone clock here and make another one of the ingot casts and all of that, but you've seen me do that, so I don't need to do that. But I wanted to do the iron chest on screen, so there it is. Back in a second. Alright, one of the other things I want to make right now is a sprinkler. So that was 6 iron, 3 on either side, an iron bar on the top and bottom, and a redstone torch in the middle, right there. And then I'm going to need a tank. I could use an open block tank. Oh, no, I can't. It looks like I'm using a BC tank, but then I'm going to need to fill that tank. Can I make a liquid transfer node? Do I have Lapis? Oh, I have blue dye. Can I make that? I have one of those. So I technically can make that. What about a transfer pipe? I can make that. Okay. It's going to take a bit, but let me go do all of that, and then I will be back. Alright, so we're building some stuff. I made some transfer pipes. Now we're going to make a transfer node. There's a transfer node, and now I need to make not a retrieval node, but a transfer node. So I'm going to need 2 blue dye and a bucket and some iron. Dye is not there, but here. Blue dye, 2. I need a bucket and 2 iron. That's going to be 5 iron. 3, and there, and this, and there. And transfer node. Awesome. And this. And I got my sprinkler. Alright. And then I'm going to need this. Do I want it to be to a tank or just to that? I think just to that. And we're going to see if this actually works. Also, my gold did grow and I harvested it, but that gold did not, so I assume being hydrated matters to some extent. Let's see. I probably want it to be about right there. So I'm going to put that there. And then put that down. And then break that, and that will fill back in and allow that thing to suck water up. And then do this. And then that. Can't do it. Need a tank. Tank. Here we go. Getting a tank. I need 8 glass. Let me get a tank, and there. Hopefully this tank will work. Previously I've done it with open blocks tanks, but open block tanks always are searching for if they can be part of a bigger group. And I don't really want that. Let's see, if I just do that, does it fill that up? No. The answer is no. If I do that, and then this, it also does not fill it up. Why is there no water source? Oh. Is that why? There we go. Okay, now the thing should be... Ah, it is filling with water. Okay. Now, if I break that and I break this, there was no water, there was no block underneath there, so it wasn't refilling the source underneath it. If I do that, it does fill that. Okay. So it's filling that up 1,000 at a time, which is perfectly fine. Just for consistency, let's go ahead and do this. Fill that in, just so we have that. Fill this in, just so we have that. Murder a squid. Sorry, squid, but you gotta go. Let's just fill this in. Let's not drown. Let's not drown. There we go. There. And there. Alright. Tank is full. Sprinkler. Sprinkler. Why does the sprinkler not work? Oh, does it have to be open blocks? Dang it. That's a problem. Can I just put a sprinkler here? No. No, I can't. Oh, that's annoying to me by quite a bit. I would really like this to work. What else might work? Okay, what if we tried to trick it? Like, what if we did this, and then that, and then this, and then sprinkler popped off. Okay, so we can't trick it. Let's see. What else could we do? Let's put squid over here. Is there another type of tank that I can use? An ender tank is not going to work. Portable tank is just... you know, a portable tank might work, and even if it doesn't, it's something that I can use. Actually, as cheap as that is, I should have made one before now. To carry my lava. Portable tank, because that holds 8 buckets worth. So yeah, totally should have done that before now. So if this works, I will just make another one. Wait a minute, I'm going to need a crescent hammer. Crescent hammer, can't spell crescent, let's spell hammer. Crescent hammer. What is this? Iron and tin. Iron and tin, iron and tin, iron and tin, iron and tin. Crescent hammer. There it is. Alright, now we're moving. Let's take this, put that there, and take this, and put that there. Just pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. This, go there. What am I doing? I guess let's put that thing there. No, stop doing that. Okay, so can we place this on top? We can, and it's not working, but if we change this to output mode, it does work. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So the sprinkler essentially hydrates, and I think it just applies bone meal. I think. Not entirely certain. I think I can put bone meal in there, and it will... I don't know, you know, I'm not sure if I have to put bone meal in there or not to get it to increase production. You probably do. I don't think you... Not sure if you used to have to, but I think you do have to now. Well, whatever. Let's just throw some in there and see what happens. What I want to know is, will this, like, straight up bone meal doesn't do anything for these? So if it's in this, will that have some sort of effect? So let's just put like 8 of them in there. See what happens. And actually, let's just put 8 like that and see. We'll see. We'll experiment. I think I put the rest of my bone meal in here. Does that sound right? It sounds right, but it seems like it's wrong. I was sure I had... Oh, I do have bone meal. There it is. Okay, I had some bone meal. Put the hammer away, put the tools away, the iron bars away, the stone away. This is going to come this way. No. Tank can go away. And again, that's all stuff that I'm going to use at some point, I'm sure. I did not do the whole redstone clock because if this is going to be an alloy, sometimes the metals melt at a different temperature. So I didn't really want to necessarily have them be melting at a different temperature and either not creating the alloy I wanted or extracting an ingot out of not the alloy I wanted just because it took longer. It's one of those little midget ones. Ow. A fishing zombie? What the... Oh, he's got a fishing pole. Well, that's not fair. Alright, well, it certainly seems to be helping some things. And it did use a bone meal. And it looks like it helped this stuff, maybe? Cucumber. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of this, harvest some of this, deal with my crops a little bit. But I think that's going to wrap up this episode. I'm not sure if it's helping the magical crops grow quicker or not that actually produce materials. So I'll have to look into if there's anything I can do to help that. But that'll be for a future episode. In the meantime, in between episodes, I think I'm going to work also on getting this ready to go down here. I've cleared out some space, but I'm not done yet. I'll get that ready to go so that next episode we can maybe make some dynamos, we can make a sawmill, we can might want to make a pulverizer, even though we're using the smeltery for now. Once we have a system set up, we'll probably flip over to that, just because lava is a non-renewable resource currently, although it's fairly abundant. I would like to stop using it when possible. So we'll see. It'll be a bit, but I think that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you had fun. I certainly did. And I will see you next time. This is Grug Dog Plays Games. Bye.